It's time to speak up. I want to tell you guys about the saddest thing I saw today. I was sitting in the Cheesecake Factory with some new friends. Hi, Chris. When I read the bill from Minnesota trying to make Trump derangement syndrome a mental illness for which you can be involuntarily committed to a mental hospital. And I thought you guys needed to hear about that right away because it's super important. So I went outside the Cheesecake Factory and made a video on the sidewalk. And I was talking to you guys about how we've got to stop this now, because if we don't, like an illness, it will spread. But if we can stop this in Minnesota, which is the test case for it, then it may not spread to the rest of our country. I made the video, and when I turned it off, a lady was sneering at me and said, I couldn't understand all her words, but something to the effect of, well, maybe you do need to be locked up. And I said, excuse me, do you think because I disagree with Trump that I should be involuntarily committed to a mental hospital? And she said, well, maybe you're making a video out here on the sidewalk disturbing our peace. And I said, oh, I'm sorry. And the sidewalk was full. They were waiting outside to get in to eat, and everybody else was looking down. But I didn't give them the comfort of that. I went to people individually. I said, did you hear that? Did you hear her say that because I disagree with Trump, she thinks I need to be locked in a mental hospital? Do you agree with that? And every one of them said no and put their heads back down. Every one of them said no, they didn't agree with her, and they put their heads back down. And it reminds me clearly of the saying, if you wanted to know what you would do in Germany in the 1930s, you're doing it. You're doing it. Some of us are speaking up. Some of us are kicking the life out of others. And most of us are standing on the sidelines, not agreeing, but not acting, whether it's fear paralysis for whatever reason. But all you people on the sidewalk, it's just like the lady that got hauled out of the town hall. They hauled her out while a hall full of people sat there and watched. You can't sit and watch anymore. It is time to pick a side. You are either for the oppressor or you will stand with the oppressed. But you may not remain silent anymore, because if you do, then you are for the oppressor. And I saw it firsthand tonight, and I've never been sadder of my countrymen. I've never been more disappointed in my fellow Americans. But I'm still going to go out there and love my neighbor.